I first I just wanted to thank everyone that has been corresponding with me and just thank you so much because you really helped me to grow and you really just made me stronger in my resolve for everything that I know spiritually, everything that I know as far as health and things like that. Sometimes I fall off track and you guys put me right back on. The Bible says that iron sharpens iron, and I thank you so much for caring, just words of encouragement and things like that. We don't realize the power that are in words. The book of John talks about in the beginning was the Word. And when the Word is breathed, it brings to life power. And you guys have done so much to enhance me and my direction and my goals. And I just pray that I can do the same for you all and that we continue as a family and really push each other ahead. This is a rough ride that we have. But when we do it together, then we make it a joyful ride. So thank you. Some people have written me to ask me, if I know certain remedies for certain things. And I have to say that, whatever I do know or I have incorporated into my life is not something that I just knew, that I just came up with. I got a lot of information from different sources and things like that, which you can do as well. And I've incorporated some of the things, and it's really been a benefit to me. And I just wanted to share it with you all. Sometimes I fall off track. Oftentimes I'll go on a junk food eating thing. I guess we're all guilty of that. If I take one bite of something bad, for at least 3 days, that's what I'm eating. And when I get a message from you guys, or I see a video from you guys, it just says, okay, Vera, this is a message to go back to what you know is good and go back to what you know is right. So you've really sharpened me. Thank you. So I like to share this with you all, and I hope that you do research on anything that I say. And I hope that it truly benefits you and you're blessed by the instituting this in your life, okay? One of the things that I wanted to share is red raspberry herb, extremely beneficial. Lots and lots of vitamins, has calcium in it, which if you're avoiding dairy products and stuff like that, if you use it, it'll add calcium to your diet. It also is wonderful in strengthening the female anatomy. It increases your milk supply if you're nursing. One of the things that I do is I take it during the month, but usually if I know my menses is coming like 3 days before that, I'll stop. And the reason is because red raspberry has a tendency to help your blood thicken so that you don't bleed a lot. So that's what ends up happening if you're taking it during your menses. It makes you really not have much of a flow. So I stop it like 3 days before and then I resume it after. And it has helped me so much. It energizes you. And if you are thinking about surgery, elective surgery, and you know that you can prepare in advance, look into red raspberry leaf tea because it'll prevent you from bleeding out a lot. And that happens a lot, even if it's a small and minor surgery. So you want to be careful with that and be cognizant of that. Another thing that I do for anyone that has a cold and you have a cough and you really don't want Western medicine for that cough, one of the best things that I found that really, really works is honey. You take a jar of honey, and maybe it's 3/4 of the way full, and you take an onion, whether it's red or it's a white onion. I prefer the red, it has more nutrients in it. You chop the onion up and then you add it to the honey, and then you sit it in your kitchen on the counter for about 12 hours, okay? And after 12 hours you take the onion out of it, and then you close it up and you put it in the refrigerator, and it stops a cough. So I really think everyone should try that. It might smell a little funny and taste a little funny, but it's natural and it really, really works. So try it. Now, if that doesn't work, what I found is that if anyone has asthma or you have a very bad respiratory cold or infection, instead of using a nebulizer, which I feel guilty if I have to use it on my daughter, if she gets a bad cold, sometimes I would have to always end up using it. And I know a lot of those medicines are full of steroids and things of that nature, and it's not healthy. And I would always feel guilty if I had to give it to her. So I was praying. I was like, is there something that I can give her that's natural, that'll really work, and that will arrest an asthma attack or bad respiratory infection? And I was speaking to a French woman, and I was telling her, my concerns, and she says, well, we use thyme. And I'm like, really? She says you take fresh thyme and you chop it up, you boil it like a tea, you add honey to it, and you add some lemon to it, and have anyone who has asthma or bad cold drink it, and it arrests the cold. And I was like, can it be that easy? So I tried it, and it absolutely worked. I have not had to give my daughter a nebulizer, and I always had to if she had a cold. And now all I do is give her thyme tea, and it arrests it. It doesn't turn into asthma. Now, I was able to get this from my friend. It's in a box. They sell it where she lives, and it's called thyme. And as you can see, Respitoire, which is for the respiratory system. And you can find this in, I'm sure, a health food store. Vitamin Shop is very, very great. And I'm telling you guys, I have not had to use any medication at all. This absolutely, absolutely works. So research it yourself, as I said before, and you'll be blessed by it. I'm like, I just want to hug it. But anyway, another thing that's good that is also great for respiratory, if I'm not using the thyme, which isn't always, this is higher than anything I'll show you. But this is also good mullein leaf. This is usually good if you have a bad cold or cough, or the same as I had mentioned before, and it helps to loosen the mucus that's causing the cough and the cold, and it really works. So I recommend that for you and your family as well. And another thing, if you get mosquito bites, if you itch a mosquito bite once, you're done, because it just continues to nag you and you have to continue to scratch it. One of the things that I found and discovered was honey. Honey again. Take honey and you put cinnamon in it, and then anytime someone gets an itch from a mosquito bite, it'll stop the itch right away. I'm telling you, it really works. The only downfall is that it's very sweet and you might rub against your furniture or something like that, but just be cognizant and try not to. But I'm telling you, it really works. Try it. Nature's way is always the best. The last thing I want to share is if you have a baby, diaper rash is always an issue. Sometimes there's no way to avoid it, and it can become very dangerous for a baby. I know they have a lot of topical ointments that you can use that are not natural, and I found that it really didn't get rid of a rash right away. The rash still lingered even if I used it. There was one called butt butter or something like that, and I really thought it would work because everyone was talking about it, and it did not work. What can you use? What did I use that really, really worked? I'm telling you, this works like in hours. It gets rid of the diaper rash. That's been my experience. You take olive oil, and then with the olive oil, you add tea tree oil. Okay, I'm sure you guys have heard about that. You can get that at a health food store. But it's tea tree oil, and you add it to the olive oil, a couple of drops. It's very potent, very strong, and I love the smell because it's so clean smelling. So you put the drops of tea tree oil inside of the olive oil, and then if your baby gets a rash, rub it on it, and guys, it's gone like that. I'm telling you. Within half a day, that diaper rash will be dried up. I'm telling you. So I hope this works. I hope you guys are blessed by this information. Please, if you have any other suggestions, put it on, write it in as a message, you know, to help other people. If it works for you, let me know, you know. You guys take care, and I say, Barakatah.